used to. Like we used to, you know, back in the yeah. Back in those pre-pandemic times. And let's see. Find a comfortable position to settle into. Either seated or reclining, it is your choice. And take a moment and tune in. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the air on your skin. And let the breath flow in. Let the breath flow out. Close the eyes if you wish. And take this moment to tune in. Notice what's present for you right now. Whether it's something energetically, a physical sensation in the body, an energetic sensation. Whatever you notice what you're working with today. Now, as you breathe, we'll use a fairly old counting breath technique. And as you inhale, count the length of your in-breath, your natural in-breath. So let's say it's 5. And you'll inhale to a count of 5. You'll exhale to a count of 5. If the counting itself stresses you out, set aside the counting. Simply notice the flow of the breath in and out with an intention towards an equally long inhale and exhale. So at your own pace, with or without counting, the in-breath and the out-breath of equal length. And stay right here, connected to the rhythm of the breath. And when you are ready, take a slightly deeper breath in, just a little more generous in-breath. Pause at the top. Let it out through the mouth. Just like that. Generous breath in. Pause at the top. Through the mouth, let it out. And one more time. Generous breath in. Pause at the top. And let it out. So as you settle in, blink the eyes to open. And let's come into a reclining position for a moment. So we'll start off lying down. Lie down on your back, hug the knees, and rock side to side. And as you rock, relax the neck, the jaw. Place the feet down flat on the mat. And once the feet are on the mat flat, bring the attention to the head and the way that it's resting. It might be resting directly on your mat or the floor. It might have support underneath it. And slowly roll the head over to one side and pause. And slowly roll the head over to the other side and pause. And just like that, take your time. Return the head to center. Take the arms above the chest. Now, not reaching like with stick straight arms, but in a kind of soft way. So several folks mentioned having low energy. So you will raise the arms and the legs, but with as little effort as possible. So I like to call this baby astronaut. So you're kind of rolling the wrists around and moving the ankles, moving the legs, but it's really floaty and not very effortful. Sense like you're floating around in space. Now, place the feet back down flat on the mat. Heel toe the feet out mat width apart. Open the arms out wide to the sides. And side to side, sweep the knees. As far as you like to each side. And when you're ready, heel toe the feet back in. Take the right leg up in the air once again. And this time just rotate. Rotate the ankle a few times slowly. Then the other way slowly. Now place the right hand on the thigh and swing around, moving from the knee joint. So your shin and your foot are moving. Go the other way. Now let the knee bend and circle the knee around. So now the movement has migrated up to the hip joint. Isolating the joints, starting from the bottom, moving up the body, go the other way. Generously. The other knee can move, the hips can rock. It's not really about holding everything steady, just about bringing some aliveness and some lubrication to each of these joints. Place the right foot down, left leg up in the air, rotate the ankle. You might spread the toes a little extra while the foot's up there. Go the other way. It's okay if it's noisy. And now place the left hand on the top of the thigh near the knee and swing the shin and the foot around, moving from the knee joint. Go the other way. Now the knee moves, so the movement is in the hip joint. And go the other way. And place the foot down. And from here, heel toe the feet mat width apart. And once again, sweep windshield wiper style side to side. Now this time, let's add a little extra to the windshield wipers. When the knees tip over to the right, roll like you're getting ready to roll over onto your right side. Reach the left arm to the wall behind you. Come back to center. Knees tip to the left and reach the right arm behind you. And just like that, open at center, tip to the right, reach the left arm as you roll. Back to center, tip left and reach the right arm as you roll. Next time the knees go to the right, leave them there. If you want, reach the left arm overhead. If you want, you can cross the right ankle over the left thigh. If you're doing the cross legs, make sure that you're zipping up your belly a little extra to support your back. And if it doesn't feel good, leave the crossed over part out. Take 2 more breaths, really generous in between the ribs on this side. And when you're ready, unwind and tip the knees over to the other side. Knees tip to the left and the right arm reaches out overhead. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another couple breaths now into the ribs on this side, feeling the space there. Return to center. Walk the feet back in. And we'll take some kind of slow, gushy core strengtheners. Take your right leg and stretch it out long on your mat with the heel touching the mat. So we'll start with the right leg straight. The left knee is bent, foot on the mat, just like we had it. And your hands go behind your head in sit-up fashion. So we'll do 3 different variations on each leg. I'll show each variation and then we'll do them together. The first variation, you pull the belly down and we come up just like we normally would for a sit-up. The second variation will be we come up with the whole leg turned out and the knee will come up to the elbow. And then the third variation will be the knee will come up and it's kind of like a bicycle twist. The opposite elbow comes toward the knee. So 3 different ways, neutral, external, internal, and then we'll repeat on the other side. All right, stretch the right leg out long and notice the work in the abdominal muscles and really actively try to pin the low back to the mat as your knee and chest, or rather the knee and chest or elbow or whatever's coming together at center, pull the belly button down. So inhale here. And as you exhale, pull the belly button down, peel in nose to knee, and then slowly really take your time. We don't do a million of these. So time under tension really makes a difference. Pull the knee in, lifting the nose up. Straight back out. One last one in this direction or this style. Pull the belly button down, peel up. Slowly down and stretch the leg out. Once the leg is stretched out, turn the whole leg to the right. So right leg turns out to the right. And the knee comes up now to the elbow. Pull the belly button down, knee to its own elbow out to the side, all the way back down. See if you can keep the leg turned out when it comes down. And just like that again, pull the belly button down, knee to elbow, and slowly stretch it out. Last time like this, pull the belly button down, knee to elbow, and slowly stretch it out. Now the knee comes across, pull the belly button, knee to opposite elbow, twisting, slowly back down. Pull the belly button down, knee to opposite elbow, and slowly back down. Last time, pull the belly button in, knee to opposite elbow, and stretch it out. Release the arms and take the right arm, reach overhead while the right leg is still reaching out long. Just getting a sense once again of the length on that side of the body. Release the arm, place the foot flat, and now stretch the left leg out long on the mat. We'll do the same 3 different ways on this side. So each time the leg stretches out, make it active and long. Hands behind the head, inhale, and when you're ready, exhale. Pull the belly button in, knee comes straight into the chest. Slowly down, take your time with it, stretch the leg out all the way to straight, and then pull the belly button in, knee to chest. Slowly back down. And again, pull the belly button in, knee to chest, and slowly back down. Now turn the leg out to the left knee to left elbow. Exhale, pull the belly button down, knee to elbow. Inhale, take your time, stretch it out. Exhale, belly button down, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch it out. One more time, knee to elbow. And stretch it out. Last version, turn the knee a little in and we twist as we come up. Pull the belly button down, knee to opposite elbow. Slowly back down. Exhale, belly button down, knee to opposite elbow. And slowly back down. And last time. And when the leg stretches out, leave it there in neutral. Reach the left arm overhead. Take a few breaths. Feel how long the left side of the body is. And release. And bend the knees. Bring one knee, then both knees all the way into the chest. Rock gently side to side. And now energize the legs. You might resist the legs into the hands as if they want to spring out away, and press your low back into the mat. Once you're doing that, then curl your nose up toward your knees. Breathe and breathe and breathe. And gently back down. Same thing. Resist with the legs into your hands. Pull the belly button down. The head lift is optional. If it bothers your neck, don't do the head thing, but do the rest with the lower body. Peeling up, breathing, resisting. So we're not holding so tightly that we can't take a breath. Slowly lower down. One more time like that. Pull the belly button down. Curl up, resist, resist, resist. And slowly back down. Touch the feet down to the mat. Stretch the arms and legs out. Make like a star shape on your floor. Long arms, long legs. What does it feel like when you squeeze the glutes, when you point the toes? What does it feel like when you flex the feet? And as you're ready, bend one knee, place the foot flat. Bend the other knee, place that foot flat. And we'll come back to arms out wide, knees hugged into the chest fairly close. They can be close to each other or wider apart. That's up to you. But we'll take the knees over from side to side. And sometimes we do this and we're trying to maintain like a 90-degree angle between the torso and the thighs. Not so today. Go ahead and pull in closer than that. As if when you go over to one side, your knees want to meet your forearm or your elbow. And then pull the abs in, come to center. And then over to the other side, same thing. The knees are going to visit the other arm. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat at all times. So use your abs as you head from side to side with the knees kind of close to your chest, as if your knees want to go all the way up, so as if they're trying to touch the arm, but both shoulder blades are remaining on the mat at all times. And you should feel some effort, right, in the obliques and kind of all the way around that central stabilizing core of muscles in the torso. Come back to center, take a hand on each knee and circle the knees out to the sides and back to center, out to the sides and back. Reverse direction, generous circles. And touch the feet down flat to the mat. So this is our usual bridge position. The feet will start out parallel to each other. And we'll keep an eye towards doing this for the love of our low back. So pull the belly button down like we've been doing a lot of so far today. Squeeze your glutes and pick your bum up off the mat. But see if you can lift your bum a little, but not lift your low back so much. And then relax that. The next time we'll invite the low back to come up as well. Pull the belly button down, squeeze the glutes, lift the bum, lift your low back. Pause there, lower the back and your bum. We're going to go up a little higher next time. By higher, I mean higher up your spine, not necessarily that much higher up off the floor. Pull the belly button down, squeeze the glutes, lift your bum, lift your low back, and start to peel your ribs up from the bottom, back ribs, up the body, and then slowly lower the lowest ribs, then your low back, and then your bum. Let's do that one more time. The whole thing gradually, section or segment by segment. Pull the belly button down, lift the glutes, the low back, and the ribs. Stay lifted once you're there. And as you lower, gradually lower your ribs, your low back, and your bum. Nice. So now let's change it up a little bit. Walk your right foot noticeably further away. So it's a really uneven bridge pose. And this right foot that we're stepping further away, we're going to use it much less. In fact, if you wanted to be feisty, you could lift it off the floor at some point. But for starters, right foot is further away, left leg is in normal bridge pose. And as you press into your left foot a lot, your right foot press in just enough that it keeps your pelvis steady. So you don't come up off one side rather than the other. Peel up, lift your glutes and your low back and your ribs, and then slowly lower down. Now with one foot, we don't have such fine control over it, but think of the bottom lifting and then upward to the top. Press into your left foot, peel your pelvis and your low back and your back ribs up. Stay there. While you're there, if you want, completely optional, extend the right leg. Thighs stay even with each other, but the foot now has no weight on it. Oh, hello. Ah, good. Put the foot back down and slowly lower the rest of you. You feel that in the glutes and the hammies on that standing leg? Yeah. We're going to do it one more time. Now, if you're feeling especially feisty and you want extra challenge today, then you can extend the foot while you're still low and then lift. So the foot doesn't go that high in the air. Now, if you're like, yeah, no thanks, then same as we did before. The right foot is further away. You press into the left foot the most. Stay there or raise the foot off the mat if you want. When you're ready, either keep the foot lifted or touch the right foot back down and slowly lower and lower and lower and lower. In between sides, lift your legs up in the air and let them move around. Let them move the way they want to move. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, bend the knees, place the feet flat. Now you know where we're headed, right? You get the idea. Our right leg is the one that we're strengthening extra, so that one stays put. The left foot scooches out further away from us. So we'll do 3 rounds of lifting and lowering. I'll do a progression, but you can make it more or less like challenging by adjusting where the foot goes. Pressing into the right foot, peeling the hips up, lifting into bridge pose, pausing there. Maybe you lift the foot, maybe you don't lift the foot. Slowly lower down. On this next round, same thing. Press into the right foot, peel your way up. Maybe raise the foot. Yeah, that's it. Feel the work in the glutes and the hammies on the standing leg. Oh, yeah. Put the foot back down and slowly lower. For the last round, if you want to raise the leg before you lift, go right ahead. Press into the right foot, peel the hips up. If you want to lift the foot now, you can do that. Or if it's been lifted, keep it there or touch it down, and then we lower. Ooh, hello. Hi. And once you're back down, happy baby. Knees wide, hold behind the thighs, rock. Let your low back get really long and kind of flat back there. If you want to walk the hands up so they hold the ankles or the feet, you might do that. And then come back to center. Rock over to one side. Pick a side. Actually, let's go to your right side, just so it's kind of organized. Once you're on your right side, if you want a pillow under your head, you can, or you can use your own arm as a pillow. We'll do an opening and closing book movement with the upper body. So your left arm reaches out in front of you, and then it opens up behind you, any amount. And your body may love working with the straight arm. You could look at the thumb as it moves, so you wind up looking over your left shoulder. If you prefer, if your body, like especially if your neck or shoulder doesn't like the straight arm movement, do it as a bow and arrow. Pull back your bowstring, the elbow pokes out, and then the arm unfurls. If you're doing bow and arrow, you come back in with the same bend in the elbow. Open up, inhale, twisting, and exhale back onto your side. The next time you're in the open, twisting shape, stay there. Adjust the position of your arms or your head as needed for comfort so that you can take several deep breaths. Breathe into the left side of the rib cage, the left lung, the left chest and armpit and shoulder and neck and upper back. Coax the breath into this side. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, slowly roll over to your side and then gather your whole body up with you. Scooch over, scooch and wriggle, make your way to the left side. Once you're on your left side, same thing, knees fairly close to the chest, support for your head as you wish, and it's your right arm that will open up into the twist on the inhale, and then it will come back. And remember, even though the arm is the most noticeable part of this position, like it's the part we can see as we're moving, it's really just the catalyst for the twist. It just helps to usher in the spinal twist. That's what we're really after. So if your arm or shoulder, like, ooh, I don't like this, reposition the arm. Do this for your spine. When you're ready, open up into your twist and breathe there. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And take a few more breaths right here on this side, breathing into the right side of the rib cage, the right lung, right chest, shoulder, upper back, neck. And then roll your whole body over to the left side and use that to press up. And come up to something resembling a seated position. Sit any way you like. You might have your legs crossed, you might have them stretched out. Sit tall here. Tilt your head over to one side, then over to the other side. Side to side as much as you want to go. Return to upright and then turn, looking over one shoulder. Looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder. And come on back to center, and now lower the chin to the chest. And slowly lift the chin. And lower it down. And one more time, lifting the chin any amount. And lowering it down. Let's do one last movement for head and neck. Make circles with your chin in the air. Circles with your chin. You decide how big the circles are. And then chin circles the other way. Might be noisy back there. It's okay. And return to center. Roll your shoulders up and back, down and around. Give the elbows a squeeze, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then reach your right arm out in front of you. Take the arm across the body. I'm going to use the left arm to kind of pin the other arm. And stay right here. Lift the chest, lower the shoulders, breathe. And gently release, reach the left arm out in front, take the arm across, lifting the chest, lowering the shoulders, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and release that. Take your right arm overhead and pat yourself on the back. Take the other hand to the elbow and finding a stretch for the back of the upper arm. Inhaling and exhaling. And while you're here, this is a nice place to reconnect to the earth, root down, zip up the belly, sit nice and tall, and then unwind. Roll the shoulders in between sides, and then change arms. Take the left arm overhead and pat yourself on the back, right hand to the elbow, and breathe. Rooting down, lifting the navel up, inhaling and exhaling. Yeah, whatever the angle it wants to be at. And sometimes if there's some stuff going on in the shoulder, the upper back, the tricep stretch might not be the thing that you feel first. Release. Roll the shoulders once again. And take the right hand off to the side, the left hand behind the head, and root down. Really connect to what you're sitting on. Lift the navel up, side bending up and over to the right. And now adding whatever you'd like to add. Maybe it's reaching the top arm. Maybe it's adding some turning, twisting, gooey movements. Feel from inside your body how much movement might be tolerated today, how much movement might be appreciated. You can move a little in here, you can move a lot in here. And when you're ready, inhale and rise up to center. Change the hands. Right hand goes behind the head, the left arm out to the side. Root down into your seat, up and over gently in the side bend. And then adding what you would like to add. Maybe it's the top arm reaching, maybe it's turning, twisting, tilting, swooping. Breathe while you're here. What's it like on this side? For me, I noticed today this second side feels tighter. It doesn't always. What's it like for you? And when you're ready, inhale, reach up, come to center, release, roll the shoulders, and take the shoulder blades with you generously. Bring the left hand to the right leg, right hand beside or behind you. Grow tall on the inhale. Let your shoulders come down on the exhale. Keep that glorious length and twist. Stay here in your twist for a few breaths and actively work the twist. So it's as if you're getting that tug from a puppet string, rooting you down, pulling you down so you're plugged into the earth, but also lifting the crown of your head upward. The shoulders, they don't have to hold anything, they can relax. Unwind gently. As you're ready, change sides. And set your foundation, rooting down and anchoring, lengthening upward. Twists really appreciate length. So find that inner tugged puppet string being pulled down from the tailbone from your seat, being tugged upward from the crown of your head. And again, the shoulders have nothing to support, so they can relax downward. Looking over the shoulder, any amount. And 2 more breaths. Unwind, release, and then swing your legs. Oh, toes. I did promise toes. Hang on. Let's take care of toes while we're here. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And you can do it seated like this. You can do it if you want. You can bend the knees some. As long as you can touch your right foot with your left hand, you're close enough. And you'll take the palm of your left hand to the sole of your right foot. Yes. And then interweave your fingers. Your fingers will go right in between your toes. Yeah, get them in there. They will not go willingly, but yeah, encourage them in. One of my students had the very brilliant idea. She does this in the bathtub. So it's like any place where like you can get all like soapy and slippery, and then it works very nicely. You can do this toe stretch. Squeeze with your hand, and you're really squeezing the whole ball of your foot as well as in between the toes. It should not be especially comfortable. If you're really comfortable, you might be doing it wrong and missing something. And then relax the hands, keep them there, but squeeze with your toes. So they take turns. Inhale, squeeze with the hand, the foot relaxes. Exhale, squeeze with the toes, the fingers relax. Inhale, squeeze with the hand, and exhale, squeeze with the toes. Yeah, just like that. Mm-hmm. And again. All right, very gently extract your fingers. So notice we didn't do that for a really long period of time. You could do it longer, but take a look at your feet and then wiggle your toes. And how does it feel to move the toes of the foot we just did compared to the toes that we haven't done yet? Is there a difference in the freedom or the way that they move? Is there a difference in the space between your toes? I can see between my toes, there's a very noticeable difference in the spacing. Let's go to the other side. And you can use, if it's not comfortable to use that hand, you can kind of do a cheat and reach over with the other hand. So yeah. If every body part is amenable, then the right hand will hold the left foot, squiggle the fingers in. You can cross over with the other hand if need be. Get in there. And then squeeze. Inhale, squeeze with the hand. Exhale, squeeze with the toes. And there's no magic there. You could reverse the breathing, but it sets a nice pattern to take turns. That last little finger toe combination.
This foot is tight.
Yeah.
And trouble getting my fingers.
Yeah, and it's interesting. There can be, sometimes it's history that sometimes it's something like you don't know why. It's just tight there. Like I know this foot, because I broke my foot like a year and a half ago. And like, yeah, that fifth metatarsal, and I feel it when I do things like this. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that. Right? Like, oh, I remember you. But this also release. When I do this regularly, I feel that foot and toe less when I do regular movement. So it shines a light on things that are tighter, but it can also help release some stiffness. All right, once you've unwound, take a look at the feet and the spacing and wiggle the toes and just see. So you could do this like at home watching TV, or if you take baths in the tub and work this into. Oh yeah, the pedicure toe separators. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can totally use those. Oh yeah, you can do the. You could do the yoga socks. Sometimes I know some people really don't like the completely encased toe situation, but the spacers. Yeah. All right. Find your way to tabletop, hands and knees. And as you do, pull the belly button up around the spine into a Halloween cat shape. And then inhale, pull the heart forward. Just like that. Exhale, lift the navel, press the floor away, we round. Inhale, lift the heart and melt the shoulders. Just like that. Come to neutral, circle your hips and shoulders. You can swoop and circle generously. It can be subtle if your body prefers that right now. You are in charge. Reverse direction, or if you've been going in different directions already, just see that you have enough movement in one direction as you do in the other. Lean your hips back, knees a little wide, child's pose. If it feels good, stretch the arms out in front of you. If it feels better to not straighten the arms, let the forearms rest, you can do that. Or you can go in the other direction and really straighten the arms and come up onto the fingertips. Find a variation for the arms that speaks to your body today. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now ease back to our hands and knees position, or forearms and knees, whichever works for you, and pull the right knee into the chest and start a big circle with your knee. Big circle all the way around. Way up, way out, and even way back. And when you get into the back position, leave your knee bent and do a couple little pulses with your foot in the air. Oh, hello. And then pull the knee in. And let's do one more circle with a couple little pulses when we get into the back position there. Good. Pull the knee into the chest, but now go the other way. Go back behind you, couple little pulses, and then swing the knee slowly out and then back. Take it back behind you, couple little pulses, then way out to the side, bring it forward. Maybe one more. And all the way around. Good, release that. Go to the other side. Pull the knee into the chest. You can be on forearms or you can be on hands. Circle around. Pull the knee in. Slowly, as big a circle as you can comfortably make, and then a couple little pulses when you get back behind. Pull the knee in. Circle around. Couple little pulses, feeling the glutes activated there. And when you're ready, changing direction. Little pulsing, circle slowly, generously. Couple pulses, circle around. When you're ready and you're finished and you're even, separate the knees, lean your hips back. Let's get the weight off the hands, child's pose. Breathe here, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Good. When you're ready, ease back up. And let's take the right leg back behind. The toes are tucked under. This is our toe stretch. So it's also a calf stretch. So as you rock back so that with your straight leg, you're getting a calf stretch. Yeah, you may feel this in the sole of the foot too. Do it to tolerance. How's that feel, Fawn, or is it the other foot? Okay. And then roll forward and back. So as you roll forward, feel the toe stretch in it. And as you roll back, feel the calf stretch in it. Good, release that side and go to the other leg. And you can do this, my friends who are getting kind of fatigued of being on the hands. You can do this low on the forearms and still work the leverage. It works just fine that way. Rocking forward, rocking back. Feel the calf stretch, feel the straight leg, breathe into it, and feel the toe stretch. One more visit to each part of this. And when you're ready, back to our hands and knees position. Take the right leg back, and this time step your right foot all the way forward. From all the way forward, come to upright with your torso. And zip up the belly. Inhale, raise the arms any way you want to raise them. Exhale, arms come back down. And I'm actively zipping up the belly and gliding forward a bit as the arms come up. It's a little back bendy and then back. Good. Let the hips glide forward into the back bend. One more time. Inhale. Stay right there this time. Press the right heel down actively. Lift the navel. Lower your shoulders. Good. Good. Stay right there. Place your right hand on the right thigh and side bend to the right, toward the bent knee. Yeah. Lift the heart. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes. Come back to center. Inhale. Bring the hands down. Exhale. Switch the legs. Left foot steps forward. We're in the low lunge. As you're ready, peel yourself up. And what helps the hip flexor stretch and also the stability here for your back is actively zip up your belly, like you're trying to keep your pelvis as upright as possible. And on the inhale, add the arms overhead. And on the exhale, relax the arms back down. On the inhale, gliding the hips forward, lifting the heart. And exhale, the arms come down, just like that. And the next time that we go in, we'll stay a little while. Breathing in, breathing out. And if you like, left hand to the thigh and side bending up and over to the left. Lift the belly, lift the heart, even as you side bend. That's it. Take another breath in and out. And gently come to center. And bring the hands back down. Step the foot back. Change legs again. Right foot forward. This time, both hands inside the leg. Now you can come to your hands. You can come to one forearm or two forearms or kind of a mix of things. And shift your hips forward and just see what kind of a low hippie stretch you can find here. It might be assisted by scooching the back knee back a little. I was going to say bring the body forward, but if you're sometimes you're out of mat space, you can't really go any further forward. So in that case, scooch the back knee back. Any way you can get kind of low in there. And I'm thinking of like, where would I head if I was thinking, how low can my shoulders get? Not that I really want to put my leg over my shoulder, but if I were thinking of like a 2-lifetime plan to get there, where would I start? Now come back up onto your left hand or forearm. Take your right hand to your right thigh. From here, twist toward the bent knee. Long spine. You can either keep the hand on the thigh or you can reach the arm up in the air. Breathe here. Sheila, maybe externally rotate the arm. If going, yeah. See if, I don't know if that'll feel better. Yeah, to swing it out. And then release down. Everybody come on down. Switch legs. Left foot comes forward. Same thing here, very low hippie kind of stretch. Let the hips come forward and down, and then the elbows bend and you go wherever the arms can go. Hands, forearms, elbows, however it works out. And breathe here, right? This side may feel different. So honor that and play the edges on this side with a blend of persistence and compassion. We're leaning in, we're definitely feeling the sticky spots, not entirely comfortable. But we're not pushing ourselves so hard that we can't breathe anymore. We're going to give ourselves some room, some space, and let the breath come in. Ease up so that your right hand or your right forearm are on the mat. Left hand to the left thigh, long spine, and we twist. You can keep the hand on the thigh or raise the arm in the air. Breathing in, breathing out. Spread wide the collarbones, the arms. Yeah, turn your palm to face me. Yeah, that's it. And still the arm out like it grows out of your collarbone. Yeah, yeah. And then unwind, release, and take your choice of down dog or child's pose or kneeling puppy. Kneeling puppy is sort of a blend between something in between down dog and child's pose. What resonates with your body right now? Walk yourself to a standing position. Fold it over your toes. You fold as low as you would like. Hold the elbows if you want. Sway if you want. Be still if you want. Let the back of the neck lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Press into your feet, bend your knees. Slowly, slowly, slowly come on up. Oh, hello. Roll your shoulders once you get upright. Fix your clothing if needed. And when you're ready, stand evenly on both feet. Stand tall. Lift the navel up. Root the sitting bones down toward your heels. Relax the shoulders. Standing tall, this sense as we stand here in Tadasana of being plugged into the earth and at the same time yearning, reaching upward to sky above, joining the two. And keep your roots firmly planted. Inhale, reach out, reach up. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Come halfway up, take a breath in. Fold back down, exhale. And press down to rise up. Inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. One more time like that. Root down and reach up. Inhale. Fold down to your low on the exhale. Take your time. Inhale halfway up and pause there. Fold slowly down and pause there. And then all the way up, press the feet, zip up the belly. Reach to the sky and draw a line to your heart. And release the arms. Good. Let's we'll do a little like a mini lymphatic awakening, if you will. So the first piece will be, we'll do 10 light strokes with the fingers on the side of the neck. Yeah. Mhm. And then 10 light little taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So you don't have to like whack yourself in the neck. It's just like, hello, wake up, lymphatic system, do your do your thing. So the other side, same thing. 10 light strokes. And then 10 kind of quick light taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, release, roll your shoulders. From here, take the arms overhead. Take hold of the left wrist, up and over, side stretch. Really long on this side. Root down into your left foot a little extra. Lift your belly a little extra. Belly button in and up. Now, while we're still on this side, now pull the belly button in a little extra and turn your chest down. Turn your chest and your gaze down. And slowly unwind just the twisty part first. Keep the side bend. And then all the way up to center. Inhale. Release the arms, roll the shoulders. Inhale, reach up, other side. Rooting down into the right hand, holding onto the right arm. Up and over. And find that extra little bit of rooting into the right foot, lifting the belly button in and up, and breathing into the space in the side body. Keep the side bend, add a little twist, turning your chest and your gaze downward beside you. And unwind gently just the twist part first, and then the whole thing. And release. Roll the shoulders. Take the feet wide, bend the knees. Come into a wide-legged squat. You can put as little or as much pressure on the hands and arms as feels right for you. And shrug one shoulder forward. Inhale to center. Exhale the other shoulder. And inhale to center. Just like that. If you want to add to the challenge, maybe your squat gets a little deeper or wider. See what suits your body as you continue to move with the breath. Return to center. Press into your feet. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Reach to the sky. Arms out to the side to come down. Exhale. Scooch the feet in. And from here, let's stand on the right leg. Oh, you could totally go over there. No, you can be over there. There's actually plenty of space over there. Yes, so you can, if you want to use a wall, whether you're in the room or in your house, you can use a wall or a pole or something for balance. So let's start out, before we do the one leg, let's do a little chair pose. Bring your feet side by side, really close together, almost as if you were considering the two legs together as one, united as one. And bring your hands to your heart and breathe. Bring your arms out to the sides. Give yourself a hug. Kind of settle into that. Yeah. Round your back. And do a little arching, kind of like you're doing cat-cow with your spine. Now press into your feet. Slowly come up. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Stand on your right foot, using a wall if you like. Now, step the left foot over, and you can, oh, this is why I asked you to bring blocks. I'm so silly. Your block will be just outside your right foot. It's not mandatory, but if you've got a block, mine's invisible. If you've got a block, you can rest your toes on the block and then bend the knees and kind of sit into your toes have something to rest on. That's why it's not mandatory. Now, you could also have your foot in the air. You might start out on a block and then wind up with your foot in the air. Thanks, Ben. And then if you want to get fancy about it, maybe that foot that's in the air wants to look for the calf of the standing leg. You know, may or may not find it. Take the arms out. Good. Give yourself a hug. Notice the arm that's on top because you'll change it when we change legs. Slowly unwind the feet first and come all the way up. Inhale the arms around you up to the sky and then right back out and down. Exhale. Whew. All right, other leg. We took a kind of slow burn up to this today. Right leg across. Either the toes rest on the floor or on a block or in the air. Bend the standing leg, kind of sit down in there, like channel your chair pose. Yeah. And then just see. Give yourself a hug. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, eyes on one spot. It's okay to wobble. This is meant to challenge your balance. That's exactly what it's doing. And unwind the legs first. Press down with both feet. Come all the way up, spread your wings. Inhale. We'll fold forward this time. Exhale. And then if you're off your mat, you can come on back to your mat and then take a forward bend. Now you might like to stay in the forward bend. You might want to come into a squat. It is your choice. It is your practice. So you can squat a little, you can squat a lot. You can squat on your tiptoes, you can squat with your heels down. Your Achilles will probably be the deciding factor there. Breathe while you're here. And let this squat position, whatever height it is, give your low back a little extra length. Yeah, zip up your belly. And there's an inner lift, like the pelvic floor is lifting up even though the hips are going down. And then, by any means necessary, have a seat and swing your legs out in front of you. Hallelujah. Swing the legs around. And we'll take a forward bend. If you have a belt, you might loop your belt around your feet. It is not mandatory. You can have your hands some other place on your mat or on your legs. We'll take this the first moment of this forward bend will be really upright. So if your hamstrings are tight, just straightening the legs is a tall order. So your forward bend may look like this. It may look like leaning back. Keep noticing what's happening here. Then maybe come to vertical. And if your hamstrings are like, hey, that's enough, listen to them. Don't tell them like, screw you, I'm going further. Because they will have their way. All right. And then if your body's like, oh, well, this is fine, then come forward until you're at that point where you're like, hey, I am getting some interesting moderate stretch. Not the most stretch you've ever given your legs in your life. Like a maintenance level of stretch. And that's kind of what we're going for. We don't want the muscles here to freak out when we go to stretch them. So we don't want to leave a bad feeling in them about what happened last time. We want to let them know, hey, we come in peace, we're here to stretch you, but it's going to be okay. And then to honor our word, not go nuts when we get in here. Take a few more breaths. Whenever you're ready, slowly ease up And as you ease up to seated, you'll scoot yourself maybe a little forward on your mat so you can lie down and hug your knees. I said we do it two ways, but I was kidding. You lie down on your back, hug your knees to your chest, rock side to side. And let's take a hip stretch. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And it truly is like this is the starting point, but the other pieces, they're up to you. So you might want to do thread the needle. In that case, lift your left foot off the mat, reach your hands through your legs. And if your grip is, if you can almost reach behind the thigh, but not quite, you can grab your belt and use that to extend the reach of the arms. But sometimes that's not really the problem, and it feels better to place the left foot down and use both hands instead to bring the whole right shin in. And then one last variation, just because it's kind of like what we did standing. You know how you stood with the legs interlaced, intertwined? You can do that here. Stacking the one thigh over the other. And take a few more deep breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, change sides. Whichever variation you did on the first side, do on the second. When you're ready, release the legs. Take a hand on each knee. Circle the knees around. Bring the knees into the chest. And take a twist of your choice. Any kind of spinal twist. Listening to your body. When you're ready, change sides. When you're ready, unwinding from your twist, you might hug the knees one more time. Might rock or take happy baby or any other gentle movement that your body would appreciate right now. Inhaling and exhaling. When you finish the last hugging, the last movement, and set yourself up in Shavasana, make sure you're comfortable. So if your body would like any support behind the knees or the head or anywhere else, give yourself what the body appreciates to be as comfortable as possible. And as you settle into your comfortable position, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and squeeze every muscle in the body. Exhale and let it go. Inhale, squeeze everything. Exhale, let it go. And let the toes, the feet, and the ankles rest. And let the thigh muscles lengthen and loosen. And let the breath flow in. And let the breath flow out. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Paran Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. May we be teachable when our teachers appear in their many different forms, sometimes carrying with them the energy of new beginnings, other times of sustenance, and other times, as we're especially aware of right now, with the energy of burn it all down, destruction. And let the breath flow in, let the breath flow out. And begin to deepen the breath. When you're ready, inhale the arms overhead, stretch out long. And draw the knees in one at a time. And draw. Once the knees are drawn in, rock over to one side. And as you come up to an upright position, and bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhaling, lifting the heart, exhaling, lowering the chin, and taking a moment in gratitude for something or someone in your life as it is right now. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, with all of us today. Namaste. Wednesday, same time.